is Robert Trujillo. I am the bass player for a new band called Metallica. When's the last time, Metallica shared the stage with Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax? And they were like, well, we've actually never played the same gig together. And obviously the band has done shows with each of these bands separately on different occasions. So, time went on, and then it was brought up again around the completion of Death Magnetic. And then James kind of took the torch and ran with it and started planting the seed with some of the people from management. And Lars, once Lars gets his head wrapped around it, then the wheels start moving. All the bands were well into it. The timing seemed right. Everyone's got new releases, and the momentum is strong. It's strong actually for metal in general. So this is the right time. Who knows? Maybe a year or two from now, it wouldn't mean as much. Maybe it wouldn't have meant as much a couple years back. Last night we had dinner with the other three bands, and it was great. Only band members. It was kind of a setup to where we were in a smaller environment. It was a smaller restaurant. The tables were even smaller, like maybe 4 per table. So we really had to kind of unite and bond. Like, I haven't seen Tom in it seems like 8 years. Tom Araya and Dave Lombardo I've seen recently, but and Kerry I've seen, but Mustaine, I haven't seen him, and it feels like 12 years. Maybe it was 10 years, but it's just I know for more than anything, for Lars and James to reconnect with Dave Mustaine was a really big deal. It's important to them. Once you get into it, there's just no shortage of conversation. The difficult part is kind of making your way to the next guy, or there's always something great to talk about. It feels really good to be here. I mean, everybody's strong. Most of the bands here have been touring for a few weeks now, so everybody feels good and it feels like they're on their game. We're probably going to mix it up a bit. Obviously we're going to play a lot of old stuff, a lot of older material, but at the same time, some of your sort of anthem Metallica jams of recent years, we've got to throw that in the mix too. I'm just excited to catch some of these other groups, myself. It's like I always hear us play, and it's fun, but I want to hear Slayer play Rain and Blood, Yeah. We played Nebworth last year, so we've already conquered Nebworth. Challenge has been, we've succeeded on that one. We have a ton of ideas. We tend to write and prepare a lot of riffs when we're in our tuning room, which is our jam room, which is where we warm up before we go on stage. And someone like Hetfield, I mean, he just plugs in his guitar lead, turns a tone knob, and he comes up with a riff. I mean, he's like a machine, like a riff machine. So there's no shortage of ideas. I think the difficult part is taking your favorite ideas and trying to condense it all and put it into one song. So that's a good problem to have. We're going to head over to Australia and Japan, and we finish up in November. We'll take most of the year off. We're going to start writing, though. We'll start writing, getting creative, and then we might have some stuff planned for next summer. We're very excited about preparing, some new music for everybody and getting an album out. It won't take as long as it did last time. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we know how to work with Rick Rubin now, and his wonderful engineer Greg Fiddleman. So everything just feels a lot more comfortable, and we're anxious to prepare some new jams for the world.